Namo Buddhaya. Welcome back to Monks in the Morning from Colombo Dhamma Friends of Mahamevnawa. The monks here are so happy to get to spend time with you now. You know, one of the things that's so great about being a follower of the Supreme Buddha is that if we follow his advice, it brings us happiness right now as we practice his teachings, and it's also guaranteed to bring us happiness in the future, either in a good rebirth or in attaining Nibbana, the ultimate happiness. In some religions, the most people hope for is happiness in the future. But when we keep precepts, we avoid trouble here and now. When we practice generosity, we can be happy right away. And when we practice meditation, even if the benefits seem small at first, they quickly build up, and we realize that it's possible to be happy in a way that doesn't depend on external things, like material possessions. So today, we'll learn a verse in Pali that talks about this. Click on the show notes link if you'd like to read them for yourself. We'll also chant the Mangala Sutta in Pali, so get your chanting book ready or click on the show notes link to download a copy or read along online. We chant this sutta a lot, but today I'd like you to be sure that you have a copy to read from so you can pay special attention to getting the pronunciation correct. If we've just learned this sutta by chanting along with other people, even if we've done that for a long time, sometimes we don't actually get the words right. So we'll focus on that today. Now let's take the refuges and the precepts.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say after me, I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs, with the refuge of the noble triple gem. I observe these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, to escape from the sufferings of samsara. May it help me. May it be a blessing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Dear meritorious listeners and dear children, in the Buddha's Dhamma, there is this beautiful verse, and it goes like this. The Buddha said, Ida nandati pecha nandati. Kata punyo ubayata nandati. Punyam me katanti nandati bhyo nandati sugatingato. Ida nandati, he who has done merit is happy in this very life. Pecha nandati, once he dies and born again in another world, a new destination in heaven, he becomes so happy. Pechanandati means in his next life he is so happy. Kata punyo ubhayata nandati, punyam me katanti nandati. That means he who has done merit becomes so happy, lives a happy life in this life and in his next life. Punyam me katanti nandati means he thinks about himself, he recollects the things that he did in his past lives and keeps on thinking like, I did something good. That's why I'm experiencing so much happiness in this life. So if we take our lives now, here at present, we live in this human world. Aren't we happy? We are happy, even though we experience certain amount of pain, physical pain and mental sorrow. Since we live in the human world, we experience happiness. This is because in one of our past lives we did merit. It can be either an act of merit, either a bodily act of merit or a mental act of merit, or it can be a verbal act of merit that we did that helped us see this human world. What kind of an act do you think it was? We might have given something to eat to another person, or we might have practiced virtue. We might have meditated for a short period of time. So even though the thing that we did was so small, it was powerful enough to push us to the human world. That's why we are here living in this human world right now. So if that is the case, and if we want to see ourselves in heaven again, it can be either in this human world or in a divine world. What should we do? What's that thing that we ought to do right now? That is merit. The first thing that we have to do is to have faith in the Buddha. Now, how do we have faith in the Buddha? We have faith in the Buddha. We can gain faith in the Buddha by reading his teachings. When we read the teachings of the Buddha, sometimes we come across certain Dhamma points that that make us so happy. When we are delighted, we can experience that pleasant mind with faith. And we just have to keep on reading the teachings of the Buddha. So by the help of these teachings, we can be virtuous, and then we can practice generosity, and of course we can practice a type of meditation. So the Buddha said, he who is virtuous, it is possible for him to place his mind in any divine world that he wants to be born again. Now, how many divine worlds are there? There are 6 divine worlds. We know the closest one is Tavatimsa. Now, imagine someone wants to see himself in Tavatimsa. The first thing that he has to do is to become virtuous. Then he has to practice generosity. Then he can meditate. He has to keep on thinking that he's going to be born in that particular divine world. So by the time that he is about to die, he will have done so much of merit, and after his death, since he at the initial stage he placed his mind on the world Tavatimsa, with the breakup of the body, he will be born in that particular divine world. So, meritorious listeners and children, what is the thing that helped him see heaven? That is nothing but merit. So, I think we should have a pleasant mind, thinking that we are so lucky to have this Dhamma with us. If it wasn't for this Dhamma, then it is not possible for us to be born in a good destination. So we hope you would remember this Dhamma point that we discussed here today. So by the merit we have gained here today by listening to this Dhamma sermon, we wish you would attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Buddhanussati, recollection on the qualities of the Supreme Buddha. Now we're going to sit quietly and think about the excellent qualities of the Supreme Buddha. This is something that he actually encouraged us to do, and as a meditation, it works really well to make our minds calm and concentrated. Supreme Buddhas are unique in the world because they're the only ones to have all of these qualities we're going to think about now. So, close your eyes and sit quietly. Try not to move so that our minds can become still. Now, think in this way.
My great teacher, Gautama Buddha, eradicated passion, hatred and delusion. Supreme Buddha, eradicated the desire for seeing forms, eradicated the desire for hearing sounds, eradicated the desire for smelling odors, eradicated the desire for tasting flavors, eradicated the desire for touching tangibles, eradicated the desire for thinking thoughts. In this way, the great teacher Supreme Buddha is an Arahant. Supreme Buddha realize the Four Noble Truths without anyone's help. In this way, the great teacher is a Samma Sambuddha. Supreme Buddha saw the passing away of other beings. Supreme Buddha recollected past lives, purified the mind from all taint, developed great virtue, concentration and wisdom. In this way, the great teacher is Vijjacharana Sampanno. Supreme Buddha followed the noble path and achieved true happiness, achieved Nibbana. In this way, the great Buddha is Sugato, my great teacher. Supreme Buddha understood all worlds and escaped from all worlds. In this way, the great Buddha is Lokavidu. Supreme Buddha tamed others' mind with supernatural powers by reading others' mind, by preaching the Dhamma, became an incomparable teacher. In this way, the great Buddha is Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarati. Supreme Buddha became a great teacher for gods and humans. In this way, the great Buddha became a Satta Deva Manussanam. Supreme Buddha taught the sublime Dhamma without holding anything back. In this way, the great Buddha is Buddha, my great teacher. Gautama Buddha obtained these unique qualities, became a Bhagava. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Mangala Sutta, the Discourse on Blessings. Now we'll get ready to chant the Mangala Sutta together. Turn to page 17 in your chanting book. Today, we'll chant along with one of the Bhantes who has a very clear voice. This will help us pay very close attention to the pronunciation. Please do read along from a printed book so you can check to see if you're actually saying the words correctly. Okay, now let's chant together.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Evaṃ me sutaṃ ekaṃ samayaṃ bhagavā sāvattiyaṃ viharati jetavane anātha pindikassa ārāme atako aññatara devata abhikkhantāya rattiya abhikkhantavanna kevala kappang jetavanaṃ obāsettvā yena bhagavā te nupasankami upasankamittvā bhagavantaṃ abhivādetvā ekamantaṃ attāsi ekamantaṃ titākosā devata bhagavantaṃ gātāya ajjabāsi bahudevā manussāca mangalāni acintayuṃ ākaṅkamānā sottānaṃ brūhi mangala muttamaṃ asevanaca bālānaṃ panditānaṃca sevanā pūjāca pūjanīyānaṃ etaṃ mangala muttamaṃ patirūpadesa vāsoca pubbeca kata puññatā atta sammā panidica etaṃ mangala muttamaṃ bāhu saccaṃca sippaṃca vinayoca susikkito subhāsitāca yāvācā etaṃ mangala muttamaṃ mātā pitu paṭṭhānaṃ puttadārassa saṅgaho අනාකුලාච කම්මන්තා ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං දානංච ධම්මචරියාච ඥාතකානංච සංඝෝ අනවජ්ජානි කම්මානි ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං ආරති විරති පාපා මජ්ජපානාච සංයමෝ අප්පමාදෝච ධම්මේසු ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං ගාරවෝච නිවාතෝච සන්තුට්ඨීච කතඤ්ඤුතා කාලේන ධම්ම සවනං ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං khantīca sova cassatā samanānañca dassanaṃ kālena dhamma sākaccā etaṃ mangala muttamaṃ thapoca brahmacariyaṃca hariya saccāna dassanaṃ nibbāna sacci kiriyāca etaṃ mangala muttamaṃ
uttamang puttassa loka dhammehi cittang yassana kampati asokang virajangkemang etang mangala muttamang etadisani kattwana sabbattama parajita sabbatta sotting gaccanti tang tesang mangala muttamanti etena saccena suwatti hotu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I'm so happy that we were able to spend time together today. We hope that you learned something new, and we really hope that you can use what you learned as you go about the rest of your day. Do you remember the verse that we learned in the sermon? The maker of merits is delighted in this life and in the next. He is delighted in both worlds. He is delighted in knowing, I have made merit. He is delighted even more once he's reborn in heaven. We put this in the show notes along with the Pali. This would make a great sutta drawing, wouldn't it? You can carefully copy the verse onto your paper and then illustrate the verse by drawing someone, maybe thinking about the merit that they've done, and drawing a deva who's happy in heaven. That would be a great way to share the Dhamma with your friends and family. And the monks would love to see it too. So ask your parents to click on the show notes link so they can find out how to send it to us. Now let's share merit. Today, by body, speech, and mind, we've done many wholesome actions in this short amount of time. And when we do this, we like for others to be happy thinking about these actions. So, may all heavenly beings, may our teacher Lokaswami, may our parents, our relatives, our friends, may they all rejoice in this merit, and may they soon experience for themselves the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.